Hey, She Army. It is Wisdom Wednesday, and tonight I'm going to be discussing three tips that you can use to show up authentically online. So often, especially as women, we fall into the comparison trap, and then self doubt begins to creep in. It's like, am I good enough? Is this idea good enough? Is my content good enough? Is it strong enough? Well, I'm here to give you some advice tonight. Don't. Don't fall into that trap into not believing into yourself or not believing in yourself rather, trying to be someone else, imitate someone else online that you've seen, hoping to attract their following. Not the way to go, right? So this brings me to my first tip, which is believe in yourself. You have to believe that you are enough, that you're strong enough, you're smart enough, that your gifts and your talents are enough. And that will shine through. It really will. You have to believe that you standing in your power is powerful to others. And when you show up, they will too. And this segues into tip number two, which is walk in your purpose. You have to think about what gives you life. You may have many passions for things, and exploring those passions gives you the space and the grace to walk right into your purpose. So, I have a passion for pole and sensual dance, really, dance in general, music, arts. And arts in general, really. Growing up, I was definitely a band geek. I played in band, I played in orchestra, I helped out with the school plays and shows. I even did improv. Yes, believe it or not, this introvert, certified introvert, I did improv. Why did I do that? Because it was a part of a math and science and engineering competition. It was called Odyssey of the Mind, and I don't know if, or we called it OM for short. I don't know if that program is still around, but I'm pretty sure it was national. But it was a great program. And in my head, I reasoned that if I had a fear of public speaking, all I had to do, was pretty much just get out there and face my fear. So fear of public speaking, fear of like interacting with people on a large scale in general. I was like, well, might as well just do it anyway. So yes, I was kind of this way as a child, but in many ways a certified nerd. But I'm telling these stories because they were all stepping stones in my journey, all leading me to uncover my purpose, which I believe is to empower women. And that is literally woven into everything that I do. Everything that I've done up until now has prepared me for this moment, and everything that I will do now prepares me for the leg of the journey that I cannot yet see. So, understanding my passions helped me create a lane for myself to execute my purpose, which is why tip number two is walk in your purpose. And then finally, tip number three is take who you are and your purpose and cultivate your online presence. So, who are you? Don't be afraid to raise your voice, your unique voice. Tell your story, communicate what you're about. If you don't know, then we don't know either. And it really makes it hard for people to get behind what they don't know and understand. So, now, what is the value that you're going to be bringing to the online community? And it literally cannot just be that you have something to sell. That is not a value. But what is a value is transformation. So, how do you make an impact? How do you change lives? How can you be a force? And better yet, how can you make that energy contagious and pass it on to your community, to your tribe? Do you guys know the saying that your vibe attracts your tribe? Well, it's very true. If you give off negativity, that is what you will attract. Ill and unauthentic intentions, whether they are coupled with a smile or not, are still ill and unauthentic intentions, and that's negative. So, while it may be difficult and it may be scary, take the leap always to be you. Let your gift shine through and tell the world. So, to recap, these are my three tips to showing up authentically online. And they are number one, believe in yourself. Number two, walk in your purpose. Number three, take who you are and your purpose in cultivating online presence. So hopefully this is helpful, guys. Please let me know in the comments if this is helpful, if it's resonating for you. Let me know if you have any questions, whether you're watching this now or later. Definitely let me know and I will make sure I respond back. Just a quick announcement regarding our events for April. They have been posted in the She Army group, and they're also on the She Army Facebook or on the Simply She Facebook page. Network Like a Boss is tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's Thursday, April the 22nd, 8 p.m. Eastern. And so for those of you guys who missed Network Like a Boss last month, it's back on for this month. So you can register on the Simply She Facebook page through Eventbrite. You can also go to my website, isimplishe.com and /events. And you can register there as well. Our workshop of this month, courtesy of the She University, is social media content creation. So if you wake up every day and you're like, well, what am I going to post on social media? Or you're having trouble with getting or creating content, this workshop is for you. I'm going to teach you some tips and tricks on how to do that and how to stretch out your content while still being authentic in your brand and being able to talk to your ideal customer. So if you're a member of the She University, this is free. And if not, then there's a small fee for joining the workshop this month. And that is next Thursday, April the 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Again, you can sign up for those events at isimplishe.com /events. Again, that's isimplishe.com /events. The link for the events page is also in the description of this live. All right, guys, so that's really it. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on all social handles, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Crystal Vernay, or you can DM Simply She on Facebook at isimplishe or Instagram at I_simply_she. If you guys want further clarity on how to show up authentically online, go ahead and book a clarity call with me. The link to book the call is in the description of this live. So that's all for now. Remember, guys, you too can conquer if you slay hard every day. Take care.